It's another midnight stream for me. Hello, hello. Let me know how the volume is so we can adjust that and get that out of the way first. But let me know if the volume's okay. Also, let me know what time it is in your time zone. I do apologize to the people who probably live in a very similar time zone as me, who has to deal with the midnight stream, but hopefully it's not too bad. Did I change my mic? Is it crusty? Give me 1 second. Let me take a quick look. Too low? Is this better? Hopefully this is better. It's crusty, yes. Give me 1 second. I think it's like when I switch devices, it doesn't recognize my mic sometimes. This is better? Maybe? 100% better? Okay. I was wondering whether or not it's through like my headphones or something. It's good now? Okay. This is why we do volume check at the very beginning. Very good. So, today, I guess like tonight? It's a midnight stream. But we're gonna be working on Kaisen. I kind of want to tackle more like the flower illustrations today. So I do have Kaisen that we can work on. I also have Masaki as well, alongside with the flower studies that I could also work on. But I don't think today's going to be like a super long session. Further away? Ah, it's probably from my headset mic then. Oops. But hopefully you guys have been well. I do apologize that I'm gonna keep doing more like midnight Guerilla streams for the most part. What time is it for you right now? Right now it's 12:36 in the morning, I guess. Or like AM. So like midnight. Most likely, these are going to be like pretty chill streams. I'm going to try my best to get as much as I can done with however long I'm going to be streaming for. Because I am falling behind on how many, I guess, like illustrations that I wanted to do before the end of this year. And I feel like December is slowly creeping up so quickly. Can I ask something? Sure, go ahead. It's morning here in my country. I do apologize if it's too early for some of you guys. 7:35 for me at the moment, doing late night work. Ah. 2:36 a.m. Morning, 10 a.m. here. It's cold. Yeah. Recently, we've gotten quite a bit of snow, which isn't like super abnormal. It's just like the last few years, I guess we've been getting snow closer to like the end of December, early January, all the way up until like probably early March. But for some reason, it was on time this year. So we got like snow, I think sometime last week? It's been getting colder. Hopefully you guys are staying warm if you do get any kind of like winter season around this time. Do you guys enjoy the cold or like the colder months? Because I definitely prefer winter over summer for sure. Purely for the fact that like it's easier for me to like layer up on clothing, and I love wearing like sweaters and cardigans.
Glad to see I'm not the only one awake at this ungodly hour. Welcome. It's snow here on Thursday. It was like a shit show. Oh no. I think we've had ours, I think on Monday. So it wasn't even last week. I'm like tripping right now. I'm remembering because my friend unfortunately has to work during, I guess like outside during that time. So the snow wasn't exactly in her favor, unfortunately. So I'm probably going to be hopping around a little bit until we finish doing majority of like the rough coloring for Kaisen. And then we can do majority rendering. And if I get bored of rendering, we'll color Masaki instead. Your laptop says 11:37, but your clock says it's 2:38. Hopefully one of them is correct. How do you stay motivated with drawing? I feel like I'm so burnt out all the time that I don't draw a lot. Not sure if it's because of college or stress. Probably from college and stress that it might make you feel less motivated to draw. I do think like taking a break is a big factor into not getting too burnt out. But I feel like also trying to find things that excite you in a way. Because recently I've been feeling more motivated to draw like reverse 1999 fan art. So like having fandoms that you're in or anything like that, characters that you really like. Trying new mediums always helps usually for me as well. If I feel too burnt out doing digital art, I will switch to doing like watercolor, drawing in my sketchbook, anything like that. But taking a break or like external stressors definitely kind of hinders probably your motivation. So hopefully you can just find time for yourself just to take a break and rest, even if it's not for drawing. You live in autumn season? Autumn and spring I feel like is like more of the ideal temperatures. Cold seasons? Love winter, prefer winter, prefer spring. Fall is the best season. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people love fall. Fall and spring probably the most. I like summer. It's so misty and cold here. Does that mean it's like the wet season for you? Or is it... People who live in like more humid areas, is it more like the wet season or the dry season currently? Or monsoon season? Broke a plate, but I don't care at all. Please be careful. Hopefully it's not too sharp or anything like that. From the Philippines, welcome. Yeah, it's always summer and raining here. Ah, I guess that's what the dry and the wet season are, I guess. Are you a night owl or a morning person? Night owl, for sure. I don't like waking up in the morning. I don't think I'm hard to wake up in the morning, but I definitely prefer just like working at night. I find it more like soothing and like calming. And also just like way less interruptions from like other people, I guess. So it's like more like personal time, I guess. I get more of that at night. I guess I would get the same thing if I were to wake up earlier, but I can't. I honestly can't. Thank you very much for coming to the stream, little artist, and have a good night. First time I've seen you perform live. I don't do streams as often anymore, unfortunately. Thank you, Zebu. Thank you, thank you. The sun is so blinding. I feel like it's good to have the sun to wake you up though. And I do like early mornings. I just can't get myself to not crawl out of bed, I guess. But if I have like any appointments or like obligations, I guess, in the morning, I have like no problem waking up and I can like run on very little sleep. So I'll most likely like the night before, I'll still stay up pretty late. Okay, let's color in this flower. I'm your fan because I like your videos. Thank you, I appreciate it. It's wet season right now. I'm always like never too sure because I don't talk to too many people who are, I guess, like complaining about the seasons during like those periods. I love your OCs, they're cute. Thank you. I'm always glad that you guys like my OCs because I'm definitely planning on drawing them a lot more. I was even thinking of like doodling Akemi's brother for today's little stream session, but I really need to finish these. Brazil, it's 4:45 a.m. and I haven't even slept yet. Please go to sleep. Sleep is important. Whoops. Something covered his finger here. I might shorten his finger actually, 'cause it's a little long. But if you guys are drawing along, feel free to let others know what you're drawing. Because I know some people like to draw along with like streams or like do other projects. I guess like the timing might be a little bit weird for some people, so I'm not even sure if any of you guys are drawing. You have insomnia? Hopefully you can get some good rest though. Have you played any games lately? Not too many. I feel like I mostly play either gacha games, or I guess the only games I really play on my computer is one, Fields of Mystria, which I haven't played too recently, but I want to kind of like catch up on it. I play Stardew with my friends every week, and then I play Core Keeper. I guess those ones aren't really iPad games. But other than that, I always recommend Reverse 1999 as of late. I've been really enjoying it. And I finally got Ezra, so I was like super happy. Chaska or Ororon? Maybe in the future. I mentioned this a little bit. I plan to hopefully catch up in Genshin super soon. And once I do, I will get more familiar with the characters, and then I'll feel a little bit more comfortable drawing them. I feel a little disconnected from Genshin Impact as of late because I haven't been really keeping up with the story as much. But I'll find time soon, like super soon, to finally catch up. Because I was catching up on like, I guess like world quests. I still have to do like the Archon quests, which I plan to knock out one of these days. It's just I feel like they're so long. So I do have to commit a good chunk of my time to it. You need to watch more of your live streams so I have motivations to draw. I don't know if mine will be good motivation to draw too. I wish I could stream more consistently like I did before, but at this point, I don't think I can for like quite a while. Unless it's like always the midnight streams, but I do like my personal kind of like downtime as well. Or like just catching up on work and all that during the nights usually. But I'm glad it can give you a little bit of motivation. Are you married in Stardew? So the one that I'm playing with my friends, we haven't played enough to, I guess, get to that point. I don't talk to many of the characters in that game because I'm like busy fishing and trying to earn money. My friends are mostly doing like the talking with the other villagers, I guess. And then in my personal playthrough, I was living with Krobus. Because he's so cute. He's just like a little dude, a little creature. So I didn't pick anybody. Maybe in the playthrough of my friends, I will marry somebody in Stardew. But as of right now, nobody's married in there. Favorite 17 song? I feel like I've always mentioned my top 5, so it'll be Pretty You, 20, and then Ardon is Hotter Than Day, and I think Kidult and Circles is probably in my top 5. But as of like recently, I've been listening to What Kind of Future, just because it's Woozy's birthday. So the last 2 days I've been listening to his solo song. I really wish they released the other ones. I really wanted Mingyu's solo because it's so cute and I loved listening to it. So, actually, let me look up this flower again because I would like to make it glow probably, but I don't know if I want to make it a little bit on the cooler side because I am gonna put Kaisen probably in shadow. And then do more of a dramatic-ish lighting with the flower? Maybe. Let's see. I could make it brighter, like a brighter white. While you're streaming, I'm working on my end of semester exam comic projects. That's right. I guess a lot of you guys are probably hitting the end of the year for your semesters and stuff. So good luck with your projects. A comic project sounds very fun though. Let's see, how do I want to do this? Guess I could add more. Like a greenish, reddish tinge. Some of these. Kaisen looks so cute in that pumpkin. I feel like I still need to draw like another GIF or something to replace him since pumpkin season feels like it's over. At least for me because of the snow. He will get replaced eventually. For now, he can remain. When you get the chance, please do more live streams. Drawing alongside you is so therapeutic. I'm glad. I'll try to find more time, hopefully, in the future. Your birthday's the same as Woozy. Happy belated birthday, then. Happy birthday. Let's fix up his hair. Because I kind of want to add a little bit more of like blues and purples back into his hair as well. So we'll see how this goes. And then I'll drop like the overlay and a multiply layer over top of everything to kind of give it the correct lighting. Yes, make sure you guys stay hydrated. And also if you need to sleep, go to sleep. Your rest is more important. Hello, Chio. Welcome. I prefer projects over exams because I can't remember a thing from my lessons. I guess it depends, right? Sometimes projects are super overwhelming and it lasts for so long. But I guess if you don't prefer studying, then I think that's fair. Do your OCs have birthdays? Technically, I think the ones that I've made birthdays for are technically only Masaki, Koji, and Sato. Unfortunately, I don't remember any of them. I'm pretty sure Masaki's I can easily find because it's the first drawing that I did of him, I believe. So it's like sometime in May. Koji, I think I made him a December baby. And then I think Sato is probably in the spring, I think. But I will make proper birthdays for them so I can do like birthday illustrations and stuff, hopefully for next year. So we can kind of start fresh and then I won't miss anybody's birthdays. Because I think birthday illustrations for my OCs could be fun to do. Hello Sherry, welcome. Always never apologize for being late. It is a-okay. So I don't know if I want to really put a strong highlight. Just like a light indication. Did you get a chance to see 17 on tour? Unfortunately not. I was really banking on two situations. So one is like a Canada stop, so Vancouver or Toronto, but unfortunately there was not Canada listed in their North American leg. Or I have a friend in Atlanta, and I was discussing with her that I would fly down to Atlanta to one, kind of like meet her alongside with attending the 17 concert with her, but there was also not a stop at Atlanta either, so ended up not going because it would have been pricier otherwise. Yeah, unfortunate, but maybe in the future, in the long future, I will see them. But if any of you guys did like went to see any of like the 17 concerts recently, do let me know. I'd love to hear your experiences of your concert. So I think I am just gonna clean up the lines a little bit, and then we'll drop down some blend modes, and then we can get to rendering Kaisen. Favorite recent song? I guess it would be the... I forget what's called. It's the ending theme for the recent Natsume season. I love that song, like a heck of a lot. But if you guys have any song recommendations too, do let me know. I've been kind of like going back to more like nostalgic songs recently, or like songs during like probably my high school uni days. So a lot of Vocaloid, a lot of like old, kind of like second gen K-pop as well. You seriously love Kaisen's eyes? I try my best to make them look as pretty as possible, because sometimes I really butcher them. No! Okay, maybe we'll charge my pencil first. So I'll talk to you guys for a little bit. Haven't used this in a while. Birthdays for my OCs, that sounds so much fun. Yeah, I think it's fun to celebrate like your favorite characters, even if those characters are your own. Had an OC called Daiki? Always wanted from you to draw him since the first time I drew him. One day I'll do another Draw Your OCs video. I want to do like a Draw Your OCs video alongside with another OC scenario suggestions video. Your 17 was coming here? I believe they're doing other tours in Asia right now, I think, right? Or prepping for it. I think they have a few stops left. Because I don't know what else they have planned. But I'm hoping for like my European friends that they go to Europe. I want to send fan art, but I don't know how. Tagging me on any social media. That's probably the best way. Or DMing me on any social media is another way. I just can't guarantee that I'll see it if you DM me. Anti-Earth to Wave songs? I don't think I've ever heard of them. Maybe I'll listen to them. I forget my OC's birthdays. Same. Oh, maybe I'll show you guys the process of this as well. Because it didn't remain the way it was supposed to, because I was going through a bunch of different poses for Kaisen. And this is the one we ended up with. And I got pretty far with the sketch before I ended up scrapping it again and trying something different. So I have this sketch floating around that I might use for a different illustration in the future. I'm just probably gonna change like his, what is it called? The background and stuff, and the flowers that it's gonna be associated with him, so that I can reuse this pose. But I ended up going back to this one and really struggling with the hands. So I ended up only doing one. This is kind of where we're at. Kaisens, and then Masaki went through a similar-ish process. So I changed his pose a few times, I think, as well. Which I think I'll revisit those poses. It's just for now, for like their first illustrations for all of my OCs, I want their face to be visible and the flower to be quite visible as well. For like the other illustrations, I'm gonna kind of mess around with the visibility of their faces and stuff not being as prominent, so I can really play with the poses. Are you active on Blue Sky? Actually, I am semi-active on Blue Sky. I treat it similar to Twitter, if anything, so I occasionally post on it, I repost a few things, but usually it's like, unless I have a new drawing that I'm gonna post, I don't really go on it as frequently. But I am on there, so Birthdays for OCs. I know one of them. I just know they're growing with me. That's cute. That's very cute. I don't really change the ages of my OCs. They just celebrate their birthday. So that they can still remain in their story, I guess. Unless like I end up having them progress for some reason, like a year or two in the future. Hello Grace, welcome, welcome. What time is it for you? It is now 1:06 a.m. How do you deal with art block? I'm experiencing it right now and I can't even open a canvas. I think it's good to identify kind of like what's causing it. I definitely think like the main factor tends to be kind of like burnout. So giving yourself plenty of rest and just like time to recharge will often help you, because like maybe you've just been drawing too much or like you feel things are too repetitive. Other than that, like changing mediums, drawing something new, drawing something familiar also can help. So like kind of comes down to like the root of the problem, I guess, because sometimes I get frustrated, so I go back to drawing something I'm super familiar with, so I don't get into that weird feeling of being like I can't draw absolutely anything. Or you do the opposite and you need to do something like completely new is also very good to do. I struggle to create names for my OCs, the hardest process for me. I think it's fun to do research on names sometimes. I tried to pick like specific meanings for each of my OCs, depending on like what I wanted their design to be kind of like based around, or like their personality or something like that. $10 p.m. right now? 10 p.m. I always like forget how drastic the time zones are, because I live so close to the west side. I always feel like we're so behind. I forget that there's like time zones that are like 14 hours ahead, I feel like. I can't come up with poses because I look at reference, but I don't really it doesn't really turn out how I imagine it to be. I think it's good to do like just a few pose studies or just like basic shapes for the body so that you can just plan it out. Afternoon. Hasbin Hotel I've heard in passing. I don't know of it like completely. I think I've been like only hearing it from like Reimu streams that I've watched. I believe she talked about it. But maybe, I'll look into it. 10 a.m. Okay, 10 a.m. makes a lot more sense than 10 p.m. 10 p.m. felt a little bit too close to my time zone. And I know I'm in the West, so. Okay. You're an hour ahead of me. I believe, like, at least for me, people in BC would be around the 12 a.m.-ish mark. Because they are west to my province. Okay. Ah, you're from an Arabic country, so it's 11 a.m. right now. Ah, I see. It's almost the early afternoon for you then. Okay, so let's continue. Because hopefully that gave my Apple Pencil enough charge for now. Kind of soften up these lines. So I am gonna probably dread rendering the flower because I feel like I've drawn it so poorly here. So we're gonna have to make up for my janky drawing. A lot of rendering later. What is your nationality? I guess like nationality, I am Canadian. Ethnicity, I am Chinese. Kaisen's so handsome, thank you. Have you played Fields of Mystery since the update? I actually haven't. I am planning to soon, and I want to talk about it with my friend later. Because she's coming back from a trip, so I'm sure she'll play it sometime soon. I have such a problem with rendering, not gonna lie. Any tips, or is there not really a technique for it? So rendering at its core is technically just the process of bringing up a drawing or something up to a certain finish. So it's not really a specific like technique per se. I like to call it more like the cleaning up phase for myself, but you kind of have to find a good, how to explain it? It's just like a process that you feel more comfortable of bringing up your piece to a certain kind of level of finish that you feel like your piece is finished at, if that makes sense. For me, it's like I like to sharpen lines, clean up a lot of my sketchier lines that kind of like disrupt the drawing. I will also put in more effort into like the lighting or smoothing things out. What else is there? I don't know. I feel like it's very tailored to specific people, so it's like not really a surefire way of like explaining how to render exactly. Unfortunately, I don't think it's gonna be a lot of help, so hopefully you can just like play around with different techniques of like blending and shading and all that to see what you like, and maybe it can kind of contribute to your rendering. Do you have any favorite artists? I always forget to mention these artists whenever people ask because I never can remember anybody's names like from the top of my head. But one is Tricky Wagon. I always adore their stuff. Another one who's like a big artist inspiration for me ever since like probably my high school days probably. Because I bought their prints also during some conventions during like my early high school days, which is, I think it's Woopery Fruit or Woopery Foodie or Naguri. They're like the same person, but I absolutely love their work so much. Like I could I just love looking at their art. And then other favorite artists that I have are oftentimes a lot of traditional artists. I believe a lot of them have like Japanese usernames, so I don't really remember their usernames from the top of my head. Oh, another artist I really like, which I am acquainted with them because they are, I guess like they used to be a carrot, or not used to be, they still are a carrot, but they've switched fandoms to mostly like BNHA fan art because they draw mostly, I think, Todoroki and Bakugo. And I believe their handle, is it Jorts? It might be like Space Waste or something. I forget. They changed their handles like a few times. But I love their line quality and just like, I don't know, the way they color, the way they do like lighting and stuff is super pretty. Nagu? Who is Nagu? Naguri? I love Naguri. Naguri. I guess it might be Nagu at this point, but like Whoopity Foodie or Whoopity Fruit. I forget what's their username. But I have like 2 of their prints in my room. I have like a deep sea Miku one and a kind of like really greenish teal Miku with a bunch of flowers around her in her dress, and it's super pretty. And I had her sign one of my prints at the time because I was like a super big fan of her work. Have you decided who you're gonna date? I've been torn between March Balor and Island. Oh, how much I wish Ulrich was dateable in that game, but I kind of am leaning towards March probably. If not, probably Aelin. Oh no, wait, I forgot about a character. I like Rias a lot, or Rias. I really like him, so I think he's like my top contender. For some reason, like I totally blanked on his name. But I think Rias. I will date Rias in that game, or like try to romance him. I'm getting a little distracted. Let me finish this up and then we can add our lighting. What's up with you and Genshin? It's been a little long since you talked about it. I've been like talking about it here and there in terms of feeling like I need to catch up with it. I think it's because I keep picking up other like hobbies and like wanting to draw other things that I just haven't put in the time to play it. And usually I don't feel hype about a character as much unless like I feel more attached to them, and I feel more attached to them if I know more of like their story and stuff. And because I haven't been really playing the story as much, I just don't feel compelled to draw them. But I will get back into it super soon. I'm planning to catch up like in the next week or so, probably. Same with like Honkai Star Rail. I think it's just because these stories are so dang long and it's hard to like stop in the middle of them, I guess, at least for myself. So I've been playing mostly like Reverse 1999 because like the chapters are more easier for me to play and then stop and then pick up later on. And the gameplay is like a little bit more minimal versus like Genshin, it requires a little bit more out of you. Hey Ren, I was wondering how many layers that you usually do like Procreate and Clip Studio Paint. Clip Studio Paint, I don't really limit myself on layers because like I have access to more layers. Initially when I use Procreate, I limit my layers quite a bit to like probably maximum 4. So like I would have the background layer, or like the paper layer, whatever you want to call it, the background color, that's kind of like defaulted. Then I would have a layer for my sketch, and then I would duplicate that layer to have just a backup or like a spare. I can probably show you some of my older ones that better depicts it. I think nowadays I don't really put a limit because I feel like it's less restricting. What's a good example here? I feel like it's been hard for me to identify even my own stuff. I guess like even Rainbow I think has... Well, this one has a lot more foreground stuff, so maybe not a good example. Does Shoe have a lot? This isn't too bad, I guess. Maybe if I do this. Oh no, he has a lot. Never mind. But yeah, I usually have a background layer, I have a sketch layer, a duplicate of my sketch. Then I would do my coloring, and then I would merge my sketch and my coloring together, which is like how I usually reduce layers. I guess I haven't been doing that recently as much because I've been more or less been using more and more layers that I see fit a little bit easier. Even this one has like many different layers in it. But hopefully that kind of makes sense. I feel like as long as you don't have the restrictions due to space, just use as many layers as you need that you see fit. I think because like I like to paint and render on one layer, I tend to merge my colors and my sketch together. So like I would merge these two, and then that's like the entirety of Kaisen. But I have like a few backups, and then like I have my rough, I had like a previous sketch, I had another pose completely in here. So it's like, I don't think it's like necessary to restrict yourself on layers if you don't need to. Okay, whoops. Actually, I kind of like the entirety of it being the blue color. So I'll add a layer for lighting. Probably gonna add a stronger light afterwards so it won't be a pain to render. This kind of gives me a good basis. A lot of artists I know have tattoos. Do you have any or would consider getting one? I currently do not have any tattoos. I kind of do want one in the future. I don't know what exactly it would be. Probably something of like a much smaller scale. But I always like the watercolored looked ones. What did I say it like that? The ones that have more of like a watercolor wash almost for the tattoo. And like more of like pastel or like softer colors. So maybe something like that. I know color doesn't last as long, I believe, or doesn't, what is it called? The longevity of it isn't as great, I think, compared to like black and white ones from what I've heard. Maybe it's like better improved since then, but Maybe something of that sort. I'm sure I'll probably get something more like floral. Probably something tiny and floral. I love your 17 drawings. Thank you. I still plan to draw Wahoo soon. I still haven't finished the Star Rail main quest with Sunday. I stopped after the whole what choice would you have to make in his place, and then the update happened and my phone has no space. Oh no. Hopefully there's another way for you to continue the story if you wish to. I think for Star Rail I'm 2 patches behind in terms of like the main story, I think. If not, I'm 1 patch behind. I really forgot because I'm pretty sure they're gonna have an update super soon. And if you guys are summoning for anybody, let me know, because I know a lot of people are waiting for Sunday and he's coming out super soon. So, guess I won't add like as much room lighting from the background. Make it more subtle. This is gonna be a little bit on the darker side. That's okay. Last but not least, overlay layer. Then we can start to render everything. Okay. Thank you very much, Kazuki. Appreciate it. Welcome. Since Kaisen is my favorite character from your OCs, what made you feel like you wanted to create him? To be honest, I wanted a character that's similar in age to Masaki that could be more like a companion-ish. Because majority of like Masaki's relationships are with people that are technically younger than him. So Sato is 3 years younger along with Akemi, and then Koji is like significantly younger. And I liked having that kind of like mentor or older brother-esque kind of relationship between Masaki and Koji. But I wanted someone that Masaki could like kind of like banter with more often. Because like I feel like Masaki kind of like babies Koji in a way, right? So I kind of wanted another character that's like could be in the same realm as Masaki in terms of like work as well as like outside of work and all that stuff, so it's like similar aged. But also just because like I needed a different character dynamic for the rest of them, and I feel like it brings a different side of Masaki as well, because Kaisen's very easy to tease in my opinion. And I didn't really have like a he's not exactly a tsundere per se, but more of like colder demeanor in a sense. I feel like he'd be a little bit more cynical too. It's like Masaki really cares about like plants and like the meanings of it and like the relationship between people, but I feel like Kaisen works more in a place that sells plants for profit, low-key. I think like once I can develop more of their story and stuff, it'll make more sense. Because he works in like a plant nursery rather than like an kind of like a florist shop or anything like that. So he's still technically related to plants. It's still like the motivation still. I also just wanted a character that had a more messier hair. That was more of like a darker color palette. But everything like I started coming up with kind of looked like Wahoo. Because I was giving them glasses, kind of more like fluffier, curlier hair. And it kind of looks like that one era for Wahoo. So I changed his hair quite a bit from what I initially wanted. That's okay. I really like Drawing Kaisen a lot, so I'm glad he's kind of like at this point, I guess. I will pull for Sunday and maybe reel Herta. Ah, yeah! I love Herta's design. She's so cute. Super pretty. Pulling for Sunday? Praise the almighty spinning Kaisen. Endlessly spinning until I replace him. I forget who from the last stream mentioned it, but I think it was like Sato, I think? Spinning as like a Christmas tree or something like that. I might do that, or I might do Masaki. We'll see. Once we get closer, I guess like even closer to December, maybe I'll think of making another gift for the stream like this. Except it will be a different OC, so we can end Kaisen spinning. Also, let me put a... Okay. Why does it do this to me? Let's see. Is he forever sideways? I don't... Was this canvas sideways to begin with? I don't think it was. Please. Okay. I guess I can't deal with it. Are you still planning on changing Sato's design? Not exactly anymore. I might just play around with her hair, with her hair a little bit more, so that it's just a little bit less of a pain to draw. Maybe we'll see. Sometimes I feel like I just need to draw them more, and I get used to them, and then I won't have the same sentiment. Because at the very beginning as well, I feel like Kaisen's hair was a pain for me to draw. But he's like one of my favorite to draw right now, so maybe I just need to warm up to Sato again. Sato is a Christmas tree, too cute. I feel like it gives me the same vibe that I kind of want. If you've seen, I guess like if you're a carrot and you've seen like pre-debut 17, there's like June in a Christmas tree outfit, and it kind of gives me that feeling. So I kind of want to draw something similar. Like a gift, Kaisen or Masaki in a Christmas tree costume? I think the person suggested Sato. I do think it's easier if I drew Masaki, but maybe I can find a different costume for him instead, and I can keep it as Sato in the Christmas tree. Maybe. We'll see. I just think it's kind of cute to have a moving gif of one of my OCs themed wise. Because Kaisen's was very much like out of spur of the moment. Hello, Ernest. Welcome. The girl in my profile picture is the one I drew on my cousin's iPad. Cute. What type of pen or pencil do you like to use? I'm assuming you mean traditionally. Any 0.5 pencil works for me. In terms of like a mechanical pencil, I guess. For a pen, for doodling, probably some kind of ballpoint pen. For kind of like doing line work or like inking, I've been liking the Energel Klena, I believe it's called. Don't know if I like the thickness of this. I do apologize, whenever I do rendering, I zoom in and out like a heck of a lot. I do apologize if it's a little bit distracting. How do you come up with good hairstyles for your OCs? I don't know if any of my OCs have good hairstyles, to be honest. I kind of just sketch to see what sticks. And if I really want something to really stick in my brain, I just have to keep drawing them a lot, like over and over again. And I tend to give myself like a little pattern to remember their hair. I think Musaki is the easiest for me to draw in terms of like the pattern. Because his bangs are literally like this. I guess like he has this side. Like this is kind of the pattern I always do. The two strands right here, and the bangs that kind of go out this way, and then I could add this. Because as long as I can simplify them, like their hairstyle, it makes me easier, like, I guess it makes it easier for me to doodle them. Because I give them too complicated of a hairstyle, most likely I won't draw them. Hence Sato. Because her hair doesn't really make sense, more or less, so. But like whenever Sato has her hair like down or in a different hairstyle, I always have fun drawing her. Because this was really fun to do with her hair. Xiao? I guess like Xiao's is in the middle though, right? His hair I find difficult to draw though. Or at least like remembering to draw it. How to draw it. Do you keep yourself on a drawing schedule? How do you stay disciplined by drawing constantly when you have work or school gets in the way? The funny thing is like any downtime that I had during like my uni days or like school, I would do like anything and everything to get things done so that I could draw. So I was actually the most active in terms of like making art and stuff probably during my uni days, even though like I was probably the most busiest during that time. I think for the most part, keeping to a schedule is good. I also like giving myself deadlines like personal deadlines if you have like personal projects, so that you can keep yourself more accountable in terms of wanting to finish something in a timely manner. Schedules are definitely good though to do. Also, if you find like it too intimidating, I definitely recommend like breaking things down into parts. So like maybe you just want to do just a sketching portion of a drawing to get done on like week 1 or something. You can do like the line art or like cleaning up the sketch like on a different day or like a different week or whatever, how you want to schedule it. Otherwise, I don't know, I tend to draw every day anyways, unless like I'm out and about doing something else, like hanging out with friends, doing some errands for my parents or something like that. Then I don't force myself to draw either. Unless it's like I need to post a video, then I try my best to push to finish some kind of drawing or video for that week or day. Because I really don't like breaking a schedule if I don't need to, so I'll try my best to always complete it. Which is why like right now I really need to finish these OC drawings and try my best to get the flower zine finished by like the first half of next year was my goal. During your uni days, did you do commissions as a job, side hustle, and do you recommend it? I think if you have the time for it, definitely recommend it. Just make sure to pace yourself. I gave myself like 2-week deadlines, which I feel like might have not been a good idea. I was able to complete them within those time limits, but I think it reminded me too much of my own uni deadlines, because we've always had 2 weeks to work on projects and then have like final crits all in the same week. So everything was like project based for me. Other than that, I always had my online store as well. Kaisen's hair reminds me of Zhongli's hair. I even thought you were drawing him from the beginning. I think it's because subconsciously I like drawing Zhongli a lot, because I didn't realize I placed the hair strands in a certain way that actually kind of looks like Zhongli's, like the longer piece on the one side, the bangs being kind of on the longer side and kind of sweeping across the face. Because even like you can probably find similarities in like other characters to even like Masaki's hair. His isn't unique. Even though like I wasn't referencing like specific characters. Subconsciously, I probably picked up on like certain hair patterns and stuff. And he stops skipping around, finish his eyes. See, I don't know if this is helping. I feel like it's more distracting. Sato's hair and eye color look so nice together. Very pretty. Thank you. So Sato's color scheme is technically almost like a derivative of Masaki because they are cousins. So I wanted her to still have that warm and cool combination of some sort. So Masaki had more of like a turquoise and brown combination. So I went with kind of like lighter color combination for hers. Went like kind of a lighter greenish teal color for her eyes, and then like a peach color as like the more warmer aspect. So I feel like her color scheme was probably the least changed out of like all of my OCs probably. Can you spin the picture in the reference preview? Apparently it won't let me. I'm not sure if there's a way to do it. It just won't let me spin it. And for some reason it's defaulted to being sideways. Because I guess he would have to be this way, right? To be right side up. It feels like, I don't know. I guess like if I don't tap the reference at this point, maybe it'll be okay. Because that's the only way I can keep it at that version of itself right now. Unless I tap the canvas. Or not the canvas, the reference window. Because if I do this, it kind of goes back to being sideways. For whatever reason. But I don't know how long today's stream's gonna be though. I can't imagine it's gonna be too long. I'll just try my best to get as much as I can done of Kaisen today. I see like incomplete spots on his face. I want to post some of my art, but I feel like maybe it's not good. I feel like you should post art if you want to post art, regardless if it's good or not. It's just fun to keep track of your stuff. And if anyone says anything mean about you just having fun and posting your art, just block them. There's no need to cultivate that energy. Pretty Kaisen. I think Kaisen is probably one of my favorites to draw. I haven't drawn Moriko in a little bit since I did her flower illustration technically first. But there's like a lot of flowers that I want to draw her with. I feel like would complement her color palette quite well. Do you guys have a favorite flower though? Or like a type of flower, I guess? Love your art, thank you. Hello, Moonlit Lavenders, welcome, welcome. Keep hopping around. Should just finish the hair and we can move down to the clothing afterwards. Almost forgot that if one of your OCs go to Belgium, Zach are Belgian and Japanese. Red Wolf Boy, what are their favorite Belgian street food? I actually don't think I know of any. Do enlighten me on what kind of Belgian street food there is. Because I don't know much about Belgium. Tulips, Iris, I think those are my favorite. I have another friend who really likes tulips as well. Tulips are really cute in terms of like their shape and the colors that they have, and I feel like they represent spring so well. I think it's spring that they bloom, probably. Geraniums, cute. Roses, but currently love, I think they're called Cosmos. Cosmos are very cute too. Asters, I named my OC after them, cute. I feel like flower names are always very pretty for like characters and stuff. Squeaky chair. Hopefully you guys can't hear it that clearly. Or like my computer fan really blaring. You appeared like at the right time. Lavenders are also very pretty. I also like the smell of lavender quite a bit. As long as it's like not too strong, I guess. I don't even know if I like this color. lighting. It just looks too like not saturated, even though it matches the background obviously. I guess I don't really need it to be that strong. Oh, French fries and Belgian waffle. Ah, I guess that's true. Belgian waffle I haven't had like in a while. French fries I didn't know were technically Belgian. That's interesting. Hello, you've been such a huge inspiration for me lately. I love how creative and enthusiastic you are about your OCs. Thank you, I appreciate it. I feel like the enthusiasm for my OCs is more like a recent thing, but I'm glad people don't mind it. That you guys also like my OCs. I appreciate it a lot. His hair's a little long. I have some that bloom in our garden. I think my dad puts them there at some point for my mom since she likes them, but we didn't realize. That's so cute though. That's such a cute reason to have them in your garden though. I always think about whether or not, like when I'm older, like a lot older, whether or not I would have like a flower garden to like tend to. I just don't know if I have the patience for it. Basil makes me want to learn all about flower types and about gardening. That's cute. I think it's fun to learn about like flowers and like gardening and all that stuff. Like learning how to care for the plants, as well as like at what time of year certain flowers bloom, what kind of weather they prefer, all that stuff. All the conditions, I guess. So I actually want to see whether or not our amaryllis flowers are gonna rebloom again this year. Or next year, I guess, maybe. Early next year. This is technically our first time having like amaryllis flowers. Because my mom trimmed them a little late, but she did end up trimming them earlier this month. I'll see if they bloom in time. Because technically, I think when we bought them, they bloomed right at like around Lunar New Year's, which I think is like, it was late February. Will you ever write a novel about your OC's story? Maybe one day. I feel like I'm content with just maybe just playing around with the idea of doing like mini comics strips for them or something like that. I'm not very strong in writing. And I feel like comics in general takes a lot of learning. Which I don't know if I am dedicated enough to do it quite yet. Because I would like to experiment a little bit more in terms of like how I want to do like the paneling. obviously the storytelling in general, but whether or not I want to do it more like webtoon style or like traditional manga-esque paneling. And I know a lot of them like format for more like traditional printing and then change the way how the flow of the panels go for like webtoon or like digital reading. It's just at this point, I think it's like it's not going to be my main focus at all for my OCs at the moment. But I want to give enough so like people understand what kind of characters they are and all that. Looks so dreamy, thank you. Sato is missing your channel for a while. She's my favorite. I think at this moment, she's been my least favorite to draw. Just because I always keep fussing with her hair. But I would like to draw her more. Especially because I like drawing her with Moriko a lot. Same with Koji. Haven't drawn him too much anymore. So I'll definitely bring him back as well. It feels kind of weird watching your stream in the afternoon. Wait, what time was you what time was the streams before for you? Because I used to stream in the afternoon for myself, so I guess it's probably early morning, like very, very late night for you. I'm assuming. It's like a complete flip, I guess. It's 4 a.m. Please sleep. I want to plant so many things in our garden since we don't do anything in there except hanging clothes when the weather allows us. We do have a couple of fig trees already. I want to expand a bit. I think it'd be cute to look into different flowers that might suit your garden. I need to figure out what exactly is the... We had like a weird shrub in our front yard. Not even our front yard. It's kind of just like in front of our house. That blooms like every spring-ish. Right now, I feel like the rabbits eat it a lot too. It kind of looks like peonies almost. I'm not too sure what they are. Maybe the next time I see them bloom, I will like use the Google Lens thing to see if I can identify it. Because they're super pretty. They're like really fluffy and white almost. So I feel like it might be some sort of like peony-esque flower. Nighters, where are you at? Kaisen is similar with my OC Jackie Craze Vengeance, a Calico Cat hybrid, and he's an office employee. That's a cute concept. I do like the idea of like a very stern character that's like, I guess like Gatmoe-esque. I don't think Kaisen's technically there, but I feel like Akemi's brother might be that type just because I would like to have a character that's kind of like that. I love more like serious characters that have like a cute side to them. That or just like a straight up precious character. Ah, Gia, hello. Welcome, welcome. I feel like I stream at such weird times. But welcome. Hopefully you've been well. I haven't caught one of your streams in a while either, though. I'll have to check them out again. I have one that can morph into a bomb too. You have very interesting concepts. That's for sure. Hello, Florentina. Welcome, welcome. Kaisen looks so pretty. Thank you. Those were the ones around 1 AM. The nostalgia staying up till 5 AM watching Rin's Twitch streams. I always flip-flop between thinking of whether or not I'll go back to doing Twitch streams instead. I don't know. I feel like for like more like the Guerilla streams, it's probably better suited for YouTube, that I don't have to like pre-announce it. But like, I don't know. I feel sometimes compelled to wanting to go back to Twitch. Good morning. Your art's so beautiful. Thank you. I appreciate it. The flower really suits Kaisen. I love the Queen of the Night or Epiphyllum. They're so pretty. And I feel like with Kaisen's like very dark color palette, it just suits it. It's like a very good focal point, so I was glad I was able to draw somebody with this flower. If not, it probably would have been Akemi. Check out the new Honkai Star Rail characters. Do you mean like the heroes or whatever they're called? There's some of them I really want to draw. I really need to find the guy's name. Cause he's just really pretty. I didn't really touch the center part of Kaisen's hair. I kind of just did the outline of everything. Who are you drawing? I'm drawing my OC. My OC Kaisen. For my flower zine that I want to do for all my OCs. Are you a full-time artist or are you doing other courses for the future? Right now I'm a full-time artist. I went to school for fine arts, technically too, so... But I wasn't really interested in doing like gallery arts. I kind of wish I went to graphic design or illustration focused. Yeah, the emotes are fun, but I don't know if I want to do like memberships per se, which is kind of why like I like the, what is it called? The ones on Twitch, I guess? Because I don't remember if like the streams on YouTube has like the free ones for people. I know Twitch had like 6 free slots for people, and then the rest can be filled with people who are at certain tiers for subs and stuff. I might have to look into that, because I definitely enjoyed that aspect as well, because it was another way you guys could interact. I don't know, maybe I'll change my mind about like the memberships things. I don't know, maybe. We'll see. I paid to have your emotes. The thing is, like, I don't want you guys to pay for them. That's the thing. I don't want to make people have to pay to get access to the emotes. That's why I like the ones on Twitch that gave you the 6 for free. And then the rest can be like, you know, if you were gifted a sub or want a sub, then you can. I'll think about memberships. I don't know if I want to though. Time to hydrate people and check your posture. Thank you, Curly. Thank you for the reminder. It's always in the shrimp pose. Do you have a favorite character in terms of design? Do you mean of my own OCs or like pre-existing characters and like fandoms that I'm in? I always love watching you while I draw. It feels like talking to a friend. Thank you. I'm glad I'm able to keep you company. Bonus of YouTube streams is being able to watch them whenever I want after they've ended. That is true. The VOD system of Twitch is a little bit of a headache. That is for sure. Even though I believe Anoix said that I should probably do like a VOD channel or something if I was to do that, but I don't know if I want to. So I guess that is a plus side. Continue my drawing of Pioneer from Reverse 1999 and my Papa Louie OCs. I just started yesterday in class but didn't finish it because it was 10 p.m. and I was sleepy, so I slept instead. Good thing you prioritize your sleep. That is great. But I'm also excited to hear that you're drawing Pioneer. I've been trying my best to get through the story a little bit more. And I did the... Ooh, I don't remember what it's called. Is it called San Francisco Kids? The one for Jay. So I got a bit of a glimpse of Pioneer a little bit more. I definitely want to draw more Reverse 1999 fan art though. And I want to draw more of Ezra. Ever since I got him finally. I've been just like so stoked because I love looking at his design. It's so cute. Favorite character design outside of your own OC? Let's see. Kokomi I really like in terms of like Genshin, even though I liked her previous design a little bit more. The ones that I've been really liking probably are the ones from Reverse 1999, like as of more recently. Because I could probably gush about them a heck of a lot. Because I love Voyager, I like Sotheby's quite a bit. Oh, I forget her name. I need to look it up. Let me see if I can find her name. Because her entire design is like super pretty as well. Obviously Semmelweis as well. Is it Kala? Yeah. Kala? I don't know how to say her name. It's like K-A-A-L-A-A from Reverse 1999. I also just love her color scheme. So dang pretty. I almost thought it was Curly from mouthwashing in the thumbnail because the hair wasn't colored. Wait. I forget who that is. I'm still watching people play mouthwashing. I'm like not very far in. Is Curly the captain in mouthwashing? The dude with the bandages and stuff? Or am I thinking about somebody else? Have you ever given your VTuber model a name or she's just called Rin? Technically it's me, so I'm not gonna give them a name. I do have another alias I could go by, but because it's just technically me, I feel like there's no need. Yeah, I definitely will think about it if I do end up streaming on Twitch again. Making a VOD channel, maybe. Because I do miss some of the VODs that I used to have on my Twitch channel where I did like a good chunk of my, especially like my VTuber drawings. I feel like a lot of them were on stream days. Oh, design-wise also, I love Robin from Honkai Star Rail and Firefly. I love them a lot. Hey Rin, how did you come up with your YouTube name? So Rin is from the Vocaloid characters because back when I was a wee child, me and my friends made our usernames based off of the Kagamine twins. So hers was like, I think Rin and Len combined, and mine was just Rin at the time, like as my username. I think it's like Rin Rules or something. And then I touched that with being an In-Spirit, which is the fandom name for Infinite fans. So Infinite was like my favorite K-pop group for a heck of a long time until 17 came around. And I was like a really big In-Spirit for such a long time. So I just attached Rin and In-Spirit together and it became Rin Spirit. It's basically the origin of my name. I just restarted playing Reverse 1999 because of Pioneer. I love the new story and it's so interesting. Hopefully I can get Jay, but I don't know. Hopefully you can. I hope you get a lot of good luck. You can get Jay. I really like Jay as a character, just in general. I also just needed another beast, sub DPS of some sort. I'm glad I just summoned on his banner to try to get him because Ezra did spook me, so I was very happy about that. I really want Marcus though, as well, from Reverse 1999. She's so cute. Yep, the captain? Okay, okay. Just making sure. I've seen so many people talk about mouthwashing so much. I really need to finish watching some playthroughs because I need to know more about the story. Even though I believe it's kind of like messed up, I believe. Or the captain is. I really forget. This November has been really productive. I can now draw multiple poses on one page digital in a short amount of time. I just have a crippling anxiety about doing art. I'm glad you're making a lot of progress and being productive. That's exciting. Currently I'm doing a painty style and did some background studies, taking a break from characters for a bit. I'm glad a lot of you guys are doing different things for your art. That is very exciting. Are you interested in musicals? There is a new one called Epic and it's so good. The only musicals, to be honest, that I've listened to are the ones by Star Kid. So like the guy who didn't like musicals, Black Friday. What else is there? What's the other one? Nerdy Prudes Must Die and like the entirety of Nightmare Time. I love the lore of Hatchetfield. I listen to those like probably way too much. Like if I have nothing planned to put in the background to listen to, I literally put one of those musicals on. It's just, I love I love those ones so much. And like Workin' Boys, and I'm excited for Cinderella's story or whatever it's called when it finally gets released. I was really debating whether or not I was gonna get like one of the digital tickets and just watch it early. Thank you, Florentina. I haven't found that many people who also really like Reverse 1999. There is like a few mutuals that I have that were also playing it that I did not know about, so I'm glad. I'm trying my best to get really into it because I want to learn a lot about the characters. I've never been so excited about like looking at splash art and just like general art in like for a game, I guess, if that makes sense. So Reverse 1999 has been like great for that because I feel very motivated to draw fan art for them when I find the time. Oh, it's based on the Odyssey, if you're interested. Ah. Maybe I'll check it out. Oh, you played it since release. This might be a really stupid question, and I don't know if you can answer it if you do play Reverse 1999. Does the international banner release or like the updates follow closely to like the Chinese updates? Or does it not follow like a same timeline? Because I kind of want to plan out who I want to save for by looking at like the Chinese updates. Hello Nori, welcome, welcome. Hello Haya Charms, welcome as well. I feel like a lot of you guys are a fan of Epic. Is it super recent? Because I don't think I've ever really kept up with like a bunch of musicals. Oh, there is that thing that's like coming out next year though. I think Stardew Valley's doing like a concert tour. Trying to gauge whether or not my friends would be interested. So far I have one of them super in, so I'm trying to see if the other one wants to go as well. Still love the art, but I think this is never gonna change. Oh, thank you. I appreciate the support. It's very cute of you to say. From what I heard, yes, they're pretty much the same release date, just that the Chinese server, it comes earlier than the JP and EN server for like a day from what I've heard. Oh, I see. Ah. I guess it's time for me to plan. So I can figure out who I wanna get. Oh, Epic is still ongoing. Ah. Okay. I'll try to check it out if I can. Because I would like to get into more musicals. Ithaca Saga? I never watched the musical, but I listened to songs of it. That's what I usually do with every musical anyway, except Hamilton. I've watched 3/4 of it. I do like listening to soundtracks. I think it's because like some of my friends also are like really into it, so they often play it like occasionally in the background, so I kind of hear it by osmosis. Oh. Chances you heard parts of it before, got about popular during COVID. Oh, I see. Maybe I have done. Maybe. I didn't know it was that long, I guess. I'll definitely look into it because it seems like a very interesting... Would you call it a series? Maybe? Hello, Jew. Welcome. Do you you have a favorite flower? I'm curious because you draw a lot of them so beautifully. Thank you. I think epiphyllums are one of my favorites. So the one that Kaisen's holding kind of looks more closer to this probably, or it's called like Queen of the Night. I really like this one quite a bit. But I think one of my favorites is definitely delphiniums, I think, as well as like larkspurs, I think they can be called, or like peonies. I used to draw a lot of peonies during like my uni art days, so like kind of this flower. I like hydrangeas as well, and like forget-me-nots and blue Himalayan poppies. What else is there? Dragon's breath looks always, or not dragon's breath, baby's breath always looks pretty as well. Epic is mostly animatics. Maybe I have seen some stuff from it then. God dang it. The animatics make the musical. Any updates on Akemi siblings? Currently, no. I do plan to draw them soon in my sketchbook so I can kind of flesh out their designs a little bit more. And then I do plan to doing kind of like more finished illustrations of them so I can kind of like actually finalize their colors properly. I might make them do like little mini cameos or something, or an illustration or two in the zine as well. But I think that my zine's gonna be mostly focused on the 6 OCs that I currently have. But soon. Because I do plan to draw my OCs a lot more, and Akemi siblings will definitely be included. Do you have any tips for drawing flowers? I've been wanting to get better at drawing them. I definitely think doing studies really helps. So like looking up references and trying to draw them fairly realistically if you can. If not, just like simplify their forms. I feel like a lot of their petals and stuff tend to have some kind of pattern. Usually when I draw flowers, I try to find like multiple references so that I can see them at like a bunch of different angles to make sure that I understand how they're made up, I guess. And just having references to like re-jog my memory, because even though I used to draw like a heck of a lot of peonies back in my uni days, I still have to pull up a reference every so often because I feel like sometimes I simplify the form in a very odd way. It makes them not really look like peonies anymore. But definitely just like finding shapes and patterns is probably the easiest way, at least for myself. Botanical drawings also would help a lot. They often like break down the shapes or just like are line drawings or sketches that botanists have done. So I find those very helpful. I wish I collected more like flower art books. I only have one from Japan, and I've been keeping like the pages from my calendar I've been gifted that has like a bunch of flowers that I want to potentially do like little studies from occasionally and like look up what the flowers are. But I think because they're written in Chinese, I need to see, maybe I'll like ask my parents to see if there's any names on the actual calendar pages, or if it's just like the certain dates and stuff that are just written. Because I think some of them have like little blurbs. So maybe I'll get them to translate it to see if there are flowers on them. So then I'll just go and translate them all and write them down so I can do studies. Morning coffee to fight the aftermath of insomnia. I'm so sorry that you have insomnia though. Lack of sleep is like so brutal. me look up epiphyllums, because unfortunately, I did not end up painting the flower study before doing like Kaisens. So I need to see how these look like. Here it's noon, like 1:30 p.m. Dang. I'll probably stop streaming closer to 3 a.m. for me. Then I can actually like wind down for the night. Ah, thank you very much for coming to the stream though, Mama Bear. Appreciate it. Have a lovely rest of your day and or night. What time is it for you? It is 2:31 a.m. Like too late for me, but I want to be able to wake up tomorrow at an okay time. But do you guys have anything planned for the weekend? Anything exciting, or if you guys are just relaxing and resting? I can't believe it's almost December. I'm gonna struggle doing this flower. It's a stretch. Plan to draw, eat, sleep, and repeat. Sounds like a good plan. Draw, maybe crochet a little bit. Sounds like a relaxing weekend. I love how you can give your art a really cool vibe. Thank you. I'm glad it comes off that way. I was confused on how exactly I wanted to do Kaisens. I'm even like compelled to restart Masakis a little bit. But maybe I'll change my mind after I add color. So I don't think his collarbone would be right there. My dad's friend is over, don't have time to relax. No, I always hate when it comes to like a family friend or like extended family comes to stay with you. Yeah, I feel like there's like never time to really like fully relax. My weekend is over and it's boring. I kind of spend more time on Pinterest for sketchbook ideas. I think that's okay. As long as you're doing something that you want, I guess. And it's not stressful. I think it's like an okay weekend maybe. I was actually talking to my friend earlier this week. Or actually it was late last week because we went out to get lunch and a dessert and like hang out for like several hours. But her and her husband, they do like, what is it called? Canyoning? They want to take me and my other friend and I'm like, am I gonna perish? I don't trust myself. Only because like they find it as like a relaxing weekend and for me it's like stress. Hello Lavender, welcome. Play reverse 1999, rest since the following week will be very full and stressful. I'll get through it with I'll draw Pioneer. He's so nice to draw. I'm glad you're really having a lot of fun drawing Pioneer. He's such a fun character. Like his design too. I'm gonna learn how to use Blender, 3D model, and decorate my map with 3D stuff I made. That's very cute. 3D seems so hard. Maybe I should download Blender one day and do that infamous donut tutorial. 3D is like, I don't know, it's just hard for my brain to wrap around, I think. But I think it's like one of the most useful things to, if you know how to use it. Powerful tool. Oh, I'm excited! You get to try an Apple Pencil soon. So you can use it to draw instead of using your finger. Also, people who crochet, I just like learned something because I don't know if I went too ham with learning how to crochet for like the last few weeks. I think I accidentally gave myself like a mild version of like trigger finger, I think it's called. It's like a weird sensation. Every time I wake up, I have to like unsnap my finger from being curled up. I think it's like slowly alleviating itself, but I need to be more careful because apparently it can be a permanent thing. Which is not great. You did the donut tutorial? It was fun, if a little confusing. Oh no. One day I'll tackle it. Because I would love to make like a 3D model of like little chibi figurines. I think that would be so cute. Because I've seen some people do it. Also, has anyone used like a 3D printer before? Do you have to learn like a 3D program to actually make something? Or does it come with like the 3D printer type of thing? Because I've seen people do like their own printed little figurines. But it's like, do you have to learn how to do all the modeling and stuff for it? I don't know what goes into 3D printing technically. I'm back looking good, Rin. Maybe I should practice some flowers. I'm glad you guys like the way I draw flowers. I think I've talked about this before, but sometimes I find that sometimes I draw them plasticky looking. I'm pretty sure it's because like the way how I give these outlines and like the highlights for some things that appear to make it more thicker rather than more delicate. Diamond painting, that's exciting. I feel like that would be very therapeutic. That doll of your OC, that would be very cute. I feel like so many people know how to crochet. Canyoning? What kind of fresh hell is that? My friend was talking about like the more intense ones that they do, and I'm like, girl, I can't even swim. Please don't do this to me. 3D printer is too expensive for me. I feel like some people's like libraries have like access or allow people to have access to a 3D printer. I've always been curious about it because I agree, a 3D printer is probably way too expensive. Actually, like any printer in general is expensive. I did that to myself a few months ago when I was crocheting. It sucks, especially because I think it went a step further. I gave myself a weird numbness on top of locking it up. So far, I have no numbness, and I feel like the feeling of it being stuck has been lessening every day. So I'm hoping by the end of this week or like maybe partway through next week, it should be just good in general because I'm not going to be crocheting for a while probably. Because I kind of crocheted all the projects that I wanted to do in the beginning. But I think I just went too ham of not giving myself like a break. You had a big hyperfixation on crocheting, so I know how to do that. Because I feel like everywhere I go, at least somebody knows about crocheting by like how do I explain it? Like they really went into crocheting, if that makes sense. Maybe it's that hyperfixation. I want to learn how to knit again though. I only did knitting like in like 3rd grade, I think. Because I think we met up like 2 to 3 times a week during lunch, and we had like a substitute teacher kind of esque assistant who held like sessions during lunch period, and she would like give us projects to do, help us fix our knitting projects and all that. But then after that 1 year, I think she stopped doing it. I don't know if it's because she became super busy or less people were interested in it. But we just never did it again. I think knitting would be fun to do too. It's probably too ambitious, but I would love to knit my own sweater. Because I'm very particular about the sweaters and cardigans I get. Used to love it back in high school during sewing class. Did you learn from your sewing class how to do crocheting? 2:40 a.m. Who needs sleep when Rin is on? We share the same time zone. I didn't know Prickly Alpaca did 3D print. Maybe I'll check them out because I haven't watched their stuff in a while. I want to start crocheting. One of my neighbors do that and she's 8. I feel like crocheting is very like friendly for all ages. Other than like the price of yarn. Sometimes it's a little bit abysmal, but I don't know. I've been enjoying learning how to do like little projects for crocheting here and there. So I would like to pick up more projects in the future after I let my finger heal, I guess. Cross-stitching? Yeah, cross-stitching is very fun. I like how it's more like pixel art-esque, if anything. I need to buy more like Ada to do some more. I don't remember if I talked about this, but like back in my uni days, we had a person who did like painting, acrylic painting, I believe. If not, it was oils alongside with cross-stitching. And then we had another girl who did embroidery into all of her oil paintings, and it's so cool. And I think because we had such a big variety of people who did more of like textile work alongside with like their paintings, we had like a few guest artists who did like talks and stuff about their artwork. And there's this one guy who does like massive cross stitch kind of like paintings. He was like showing his work and stuff, and I was like, whoa. I think that was like the first like introduction to like cross stitch technically, other than like seeing it like via online and stuff, because I never really understood exactly how cross stitch work until that, and then I got into cross stitching a little bit later because I loved pixel art, so I was like doing some pixel art designs into cross stitching. Etsy has some nice pixel art ones, pretty interesting to look through. I also find it like super therapeutic to do cross stitch. You made a small Genshin Dendro slime? That's cute. I love anyone who makes like little plushes from like cross stitching. I want to find some like other designs. There's like also a bonbongy one I've seen some people do as well. So I would like to try to make that and see if I can give it to some of my carrot friends. Fall tutorials, anything crafting was on the table, cross stitch, sewing, knitting, and it was always a nice way to put your brain to work rather than listening to algebra. Oh, that's nice. I'm glad your sewing class was more than just like basic sewing. And I think that's a good way to get kind of like, I guess like healthy hobbies in a way. I tried to crochet when I was little, but I gave up once I turned 9 years old, back in 2015. I have a huge respect for my grandma and her ability to make socks out of yarn. Cute. I love like, yeah, people who can make like article clothings too. I feel like it's always a very like ambitious project. Cross stitching. I've like watched so many people do like tutorials on how like cross stitch like tops, like crop tops, sweaters and stuff, and I'm like, how? Seems like such a big project. My mom crochets. She's made baby blankets for friends and family. She even made me and my siblings hats. Making crochet gifts seems very fun to do. I could never. I guess hats would be very cute to make. The only reason I did end up doing crocheting was because of I think I just happened to see a tutorial on how to make like a pumpkin, and initially, and this is why Kaisen's in a pumpkin, like he's spinning right there, is because I was gonna make like little tiny pumpkin pots or like containers for my two little plushes of Masaki and Kaisen, but I think I was a little bit too ambitious with learning how to do certain types of like stitches that I was not able to wrap my head around how to do it. I think I can do it now, but I ended up just making like little flower pots for them, which I think suits them a little bit better. But maybe next Halloween I will pull out that orange yarn again and do like the little pumpkin container things for them. Because I think I understand the majority of stitches that like you find on basic patterns. How long will you stream today? Probably up until 3 AM. Right now it's 2:49, so like maybe 10 more minutes. I'm gonna have to figure out this flower a little bit more anyways. Maybe off stream, but I think it just doesn't help that I ended up not completing this study before I ended up drawing Kaisen's flowers. Or flower. There's only one in his technically. Hello, Wingless Winksy. Welcome, welcome. Thank you very much for coming to the stream though, Natalie. Thank you for liking Kaisen as well. Well, it's cute that you're crocheting for your sister too. I never did complete his hair. Yeah, I should probably sleep soon. Oh, that's another thing. Other than like making the pots for Masaki and Kaisen, I think crocheting just helped me wind down for the night without having to look at a screen. Because I would just crochet and like put my earbuds or like my headphones on and just like listen to music or a podcast or something and just crochet until I felt sleepy. Which is probably why I've probably crocheted way too long without giving my hands a break. And I was stuck with the trigger finger, which is not great. Just hope it's not a long-term thing for me. But if you guys have suggestions on like cute designs that you can crochet, because I made like a flower pillow, a clover pillow, and like a little bunny pillow. Or like little cushions, I guess they could be. And then I made like a little pouch and then the little pots for Masaki and Kaisen as well. And I made like a lily pad thing. I don't know. There's like other things I want to make. Hi Minty Fluffy, welcome. Random question, but we tried doing a traditional stream like with markers or painting or pencil sketching. Feels like it would be fun. The funny thing about that, Cherry, is that I was debating on whether or not I was going to do Kaisen for today's session or if I was going to do a traditional art session, because literally like an hour before I decided that I was going to do a stream tonight was that I was watching a person do a watercolor painting and I'm like, I want to paint so bad. Oh, Sanrio characters. A cinema roll would be cute, actually. Or maybe I'll try making a molong for my friend. I feel like she has so many plushes too. But Sanrio would be cute. Actually, for you guys who know how to crochet, like probably more than I do because I'm always very confused about it. For people who use like fluffier or like chunky yarn, how do you add details to it that doesn't feel like it's like weird looking? Because I find it hard to stitch in like eyes or like a mouth and stuff for it to be like fully straight. Maybe it's just my stitches are crooked, I don't know. Or do you use like those beads? I forget what they're called. For like eyes and stuff. Because the pattern that I use for like the little rabbit pillow is technically supposed to be Miffy. But I don't know if I want to use super glue like they did. And I'm not too sure if I can adhere like the eyes and the mouth in another way. Yes, but my psychic. Maybe next time I will try to plan for a traditional art stream, because I would love to do like a watercolor painting stream or something. That could be fun. I'm drawing you as a chibi right now. Thank you. Please show me if you can when you finish it, or if you feel finished with it, I guess. Maybe I'll change into my chibi form. Let me see if I can know how to do this. Let's see. I don't remember if this is calibrated correctly. Does that work? I feel like my mouth looks so glitchy again. I need to change my parameters. I think that's why I didn't use this last time. It's because my mouth was not cooperating. Give me 1 second. I'm reverting back. Okay. I'll fix that next time because I think the parameters for my mouth are a little bit whack. So the eyes and mouth with black yarn maybe. I tried and I just can't get them to be straight because of like the chunky yarn has like a very thin string in the middle. So it never really lines up where I think it's gonna line up. Maybe I'll try again. Maybe it's just a skill issue I have. Both are cute, thank you. I'll have the chibi one maybe next time and when we're doing like the painting stream or something. But hello. I won't be streaming for much longer tonight. Because I will have to be heading off to bed soon. New video tomorrow though. $17.12 this? Oh wow, wait. I haven't watched Mom on like forever. Wow. Let me check. Wait, that's so exciting. Oh my god. This song for 17. Wow. I wish Honey was there. Same with June, because I'm assuming June wasn't with them too. Oh. Seriously. I shouldn't be looking at those right now. I see Woozy's Artist Speech of the Year and I can't watch it right now. Try not to pull the black yarn too tight. That's what I found that helps me. Oh, maybe that is my issue with it. Woozy was crying. I just saw the video. That's why I can't watch it right now. I'll be too emotional. And so close to his birthday too. Oh my god. Wait, they hit me in the carrot feels. This should be a petal instead. Probably gonna end stream very soon. I'm gonna watch that speech. I technically did crochet the eyes already. I don't have black yarn with me. I do have like embroidery thread, but I ended up using like a dark teal bluish color. It kind of works, but I need to see how I can adhere in such a way that doesn't make it so awkward looking. I'm pretty sure it's just a skill issue on my side. This is the best birthday present, man. Yep, time to cry. Cry before I go to sleep. I love 17. They've been doing so well. Ever since the beginning. They just keep going up, 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 up. All the way up. Oh, thank you much for coming to the stream though, I appreciate it. Yes, please get some sleep. I'm probably gonna end stream pretty soon anyways, it's 3 o'clock. So, yeah. Do appreciate you guys chatting with me though. His speech made you cry for 2 hours? No! Ah, I need to watch their performance too. Can you sometimes draw Hanako-kun? Is Hanako the one from like Toilet Bound Hanako-kun? I'm assuming it's that one. I haven't read it, so I don't actually know too much about the character. All I know is that it has very cute art. Yes, they performed Ash. I saw that. I saw a clip. That's exciting. Ash is so underrated. Okay, I think I'm gonna go. So, thank you very much for coming to the stream, though, guys. And I will quickly go through the time lapse super quickly. And then we'll call it the end of stream for today. And then I will see the next time I will be able to prep a watercolor session, maybe? We'll see. This is such a long session for Kaisen. But yeah, next time, watercolor stream maybe, or alcohol marker something. We'll see. If not, it'll be Masaki because I also need to finish him. But thank you very much for coming to the stream, guys. I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye bye.